Hello, and thank you for joining me. I've got this nightmare to continue. Oh my goodness, this nightmare to continue working with. All right, I am not making refineries anywhere. I gotta get those going as well. You. Well, no, not you. You're using production modules. You. Ooh yeah, artillery. Uh, is all of that in? I hope so. Right. If this is less than, what do they stack up to? 50? Okay. 50, you can go. Okay, great. Engines, I hope you're being made somewhere. And then we're just going to take that off. And we're gonna go here. We're just gonna go like this. We're gonna change this to that. And we're gonna change this to that. If this is less than 50. All right. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You. Let's go to greater than 100. How about that? I also need normal, but I also need this, which is, yeah. Okay. So we have a lot of backlog to work on, so we're working on that, working on that. Alright, we need to actually finish this up, so let's look over here real quick. Let's set up this one first. Hold on. And then up here we want I think that's what we want. This also needs alright. Alright, it also needs stone and steel at a pretty good pace as well. then here. Okay, so okay. Put that there. Okay. Okay, we'll let that preload first. Make sure this is going the way it needs to go. Yep. Yellow's backing up again. That's great. I should probably be stocking some of this up. Okay, so let's go here. Hold on. Just to make sure, what does this stack to? This stacks to 200. Rocket capacity is 5 stacks. Okay. With 2 rockets worth. Okay, so coal, we need more coal. We need a lot more coal. That is full up, isn't it? Yes, it is. That requires so much coal, doesn't it? Hold on. 52.8 coal. Wow, yeah, that does need a lot of coal. Okay. We can work with that. So we do need to get more coal up in here. Just because it'll be easier to feed a new one in here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's take here. We can turn that off for a moment. We are still waiting on we need a lot of okay, we are not producing anywhere near capacity for certain stuff. For mass construction here. Where is this? Oh, it's here and somewhere in this nightmare. Here it is. Which needs green chips. There's 2 on the way. Okay. Yeah. That's just gonna take a while. Unless I start making dedicated builds everywhere, which I don't want to do right now. This is unnecessary going this way, so let's cut this. Okay. Well, hold on. Since we want this to prioritize, this way. And we could do that horrible nightmare of juggling stuff in. Where does it feed into? It feeds in over here. Ugh. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we have that going. That's working at least. Okay, so this is being made. I just didn't do that, which is great. This has finished 0 products because that's in the wrong spot. I need this to go right here instead. Okay. And then once that is there, I should have enough, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay. We got so many shortages around here. Right, coal. So many shortages. My goodness. I really need to start clearing some of this stuff out of the way. Am I making green chips anywhere else? That's important to know. Okay, this is the only other build. Making green chips. So I need to send this down and along this nightmare. Into this, into this, into this. Okay. But for now, what I need to do is this one right here. All of this ammo production. I think I'm going to get rid of it for now. Let's cut that out. Let's get rid of all of that. This red one, I think I have enough to fully supply over it. Okay. Fully saturated, it should be 24, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it. All of this cut. That does mean I'm going to have to pull red chips from somewhere else on this line. Over here seems like a decent enough spot. Okay, so we don't want you to pull any if red chips, normal red chips, are less than, this stacks to 200. I'm not gonna send any on a rocket, so maybe 2 stacks, 400. Okay, let's wait for a moment because it needs to settle in. Oh, we got a lot busy over here. Now this produces exactly enough. Yes, it does. Okay. I also want all that there. Oh, hold on a second. Don't need any of those anymore. I think I can take that off. Let that start eating through that. That one's not connected at all. I don't think I want to connect that one yet. Because I'm struggling with the plastic still. Yeah. In fact, let's force plastic this way. Let's do it at the others as well. Okay, and then where else is plastic used? plastic is used here. Probably to the left for this one as well, because this one, yeah, this leads up into the science. Okay. And then it goes around. Yeah, then it goes around. Okay. So... okay, so we do have purple science going. Great. Now, I didn't mess anything up with this, did I? Purple science is getting everywhere. Backing up over here. Yep. Okay, so this is where it gets pulled. And over here. Okay. Here and here. Okay. 3 spots backing up here. Backing up over here. Okay. I definitely need logistics 3. I need robot cargo size. I don't think my labs can handle a speed up right now. Yeah, so we'll leave that one. Automation 3 is going to be needed. Yep, we're going to want those eventually. So we do want to grab those. Worker robot speed. It's a little higher priority there. Okay. And then turbo transport belts. Okay. Okay. So we'll let that go. We'll let that go. Okay. Now, do we have this? Yes, we do. We're going to send it up through here. To after this. Okay, so that's a question. Do we... so we're going to go this way. So we want you to prioritize going to the left. We want, oh, actually, not an input priority. Over here we want the input priority. And here we want the output priority. Over here we want input priority on the left. Okay, and then if we highlight all of this, okay, so that should work out. We have an excess of heavy oil, so we'll work on that. Okay. We want you to output to the right. Okay. Over here. I think that covers everything technically. Okay. So, yep, okay. So let's... So, okay. I gotta start taking a look at what can I... Okay. I can only make you here. Okay. And you here. So I'm gonna need dedicated... I need more paper. More paper. Okay. So I'm going to need dedicated facilities. For export. We need the foundries themselves. And the big miners. Okay. What else do I have so far? So I do need the export of the science pack. So orange science. Probably want a different build for that for exporting. This one can handle a little bit right now, but not that much. Alright, artillery. I can make artillery... Oh, sorry, that's a horrible rocket capacity. Okay. Same with... Once a stack size of 1. No, that's pretty bad. We'll make those. So it's the calcite and the plates. Okay. So we want... Hold on. You want the calcite. So we'll want calcite for export. We'll write that at the bottom of the list. And then it's the tungsten stuff. Okay. And this. Okay, it looks like I can make this anywhere. Let me... So we know this one. Okay, so crafted on. Okay. Specifically says craft on. Okay, so I can make this anywhere, and I can make this anywhere. So this has a capacity of 500, 10 stacks, 5 stacks for here. Let's see, so that's takes 2 ore to make 1 carbide. Rocket capacity is 100. Okay, let's do some math here. So tungsten ore. If I converted that into carbide, that's going to be 50. That's easy. 50. So it's going to be 25. Rocket capacity of 100 turns into 25 of these. And they have the same stack size. I think processing it here and then sending it out is better. Okay, so we'll need to make the carbide facility and a plate facility. Because Actually, what are these used in? So the carbide is used in making speed module 3. Okay. I can't make this elsewhere or this elsewhere. So that's fine. Speed modules 3. Okay. Okay, so this one can either be crafted in space or... I think that planet is Aquilo, the ice one. Okay. I don't have speed module 3 yet, do I? Yeah, so... Okay, so we will need the green logistics. Can't make that anywhere else. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think right now I just want to send the plates back to Novice and not the carbide. Well, maybe the carbide. Those speed modules might be useful. Speed modules. And I can unlock the speed modules. So yes, we'll set one up for carbide. Because one carbide makes... one speed module. I can save rockets by sending the carbide elsewhere to make the speed modules on the planet that I need them on. So yeah, carbide export. Okay. Yep. Okay, so those are the facilities I need. But I also need the facilities to actually expand on this planet, so I need to start building dedicated stuff. Excellent. We are slowing down a bit. What is slowing down the most? Purple? Yep, looks like purple. Are they all functioning? No, because you are missing red chips. Why are you... Why are there no red chips coming through here? Hold on. Hold on. That's something... Okay, hold on a second. That's not right. Okay. I wonder what was happening there. Okay, now we're running out of steel. Okay. And steel comes from this main line. Let me guess, it's coming from way at the beginning. Yeah, that's probably where it's coming from, isn't it? Now this facility over here is not going to stay forever, so... Where can I make steel a little better? I mean, I could produce steel right around here if I wanted. How much steel do you need? 13.5. Okay. We can make that work. Ooh, wow, okay. We need 13.5 steel. Okay, that's going to be 16.5 here. Okay. You were putting out 4.12. Yep, this is iron. Okay, great. Now, what else is steel used for? Because that might not be enough. Steel is also being used down for all of this material here. Okay. So, I could filter out steel and send it back in. I don't think I'll worry about that right now. Okay, so, right, let's check this. Let's have you output priority to the left. Okay. Okay. So anyway. What are you missing? Oh, speed modules? Okay. We have a surplus of gas now. We have a deficit of water, so let's get some more water going in here somewhere. Okay, that'll help with that. Okay. So. Okay. You are waiting on steel. Okay. How are you doing? You are waiting on regular quality modules, which is waiting on, just taking its time. Okay. So. I do want to start clearing out some of this space. So. This produces plastic. I don't think we need the plastic anymore. No. I think we can safely get rid of the plastic. And we will take off the priority here so it eats it up. And that's petroleum gas, so we can let that go. And this is going up in here to make sulfur to make explosives. Okay. You can be cut. How is this doing? Not amazing. But it's taking it all the way over there instead of right here because these active. These are active. That was a mistake. Okay. That's probably why all my logistic bots are constantly being used. Yay, okay. So I'll help with that a little bit. I don't think I need this storage here. Okay. Shortages everywhere. How's it going? Okay, so the biggest shortage is sulfuric acid. Let's figure that out. Okay. 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 I do need. There's one more thing I need being made right now. You. I need you to make rocket silos. Okay. Let's see, let's see. I do think I should clear some more space around here. There's a lot of calcite there. A lot of calcite there. Let's go clear in a big semicircle. How about that? So let's get all of this stuff in. But I am not making ammo anymore, am I? No, I'm not. Did I? That's not gonna go. There's the gun turrets. Well, I will need the gun turrets. Right about here is probably fine for the gun turrets. I'll just put them right here. So we need copper, gears, and... Okay. 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 Okay, so... Alright. So we got guns being made. walls. No walls in storage? Hold on. Wall being made there and here. Okay. We only want the wall portion. Okay. Don't really need... Okay. Alright, let's see. Where should I set up first? Up over here to the top right. Let's get rid of that one first. Okay. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not yet. This way. This way. Hold on. We'll go this way. I want to wait till you're a bit farther away before I set up that. Okay. 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 How's this doing? Okay, we're holding steady at 40 a minute. $40 a minute. Okay, it is fully backed up. If that's the case. Hold on a second. Let me just... How many am I trying to put in there at once? Like 15? Okay. Come on. Right about there. Okay. Still clear. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go. Okay. Set. You know what? I want to do something real quick. Let's grab this. Let's do this real quick. And just for good measure, this as well. And then I'm going to go here. On. Okay, so we are going to go here. Okay. Do I not have explosives? Nope, I'm out of explosives. We'll increase that. Okay. Let's go back to base. And we'll do that. Okay. This is, I don't like this anymore. Okay. Excellent. Dead. Okay. Oh, I'm stuck again. I'm stuck. Oh no. There we go. Oof. Okay. Let's stand here for a moment. Okay. Let's consider the following. The logistics range is the coverage doesn't change, just how fast you can recharge a robot. Yeah, so it's always 50 by 50 or 110 by 110. Okay. What about... That's not what I wanted to do. You. 42. It's not very big. 14 by 14? I don't... 28. 19, 17. I don't think there's much of a reason for me to have 42. That's really awkward. That's such an awkward number. That's 32 plus 10 more tiles. Anyway, let's go from point A to point B. Let's put that there. Great. I want to take a radar up over there. Okay. Oh yeah. How is everything looking? You are still waiting on stuff, speed modules and steel. So much steel is needed. I thought this produced exactly the amount of steel I needed. 16.5. It is producing slightly more. So why does that... Hold on. Target full, target full, target full. Anyways. How's plastic over here looking? Excellent. I don't have this hooked up, but that's fine. You know what? That's a lot of material I could save right now. This also has modules in it, so let's cut all of that. We can save all that and the space. Okay, so right here is an example of where I'd want my wall. Okay. A nice max reach, and that, as well as any of that, and any of that. Okay. Okay, so I need to... Oh, right. Do I have enough sulfuric acid hooked up yet? No. Great. Target full. And max demand I should be... Hold on. $3,108. Okay. Okay, so I need to... So when I get them... Okay. So I need to... I need... Okay, so I think I can leave this alone. Where are you going? You're just taking a very roundabout way to get where you're going, which is... nowhere. Nowhere. Great. Excellent. You, on the other hand... We'll do that. And then over here, we will cut you. Because I don't need you, or you. Okay. Now, you're getting eaten up somewhere, so I'm guessing that's for up there. And then anywhere else I'm pulling you? Probably not. You're not needed for anything else, are you? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Yep, used for two things. Okay, so there's no need for you to go all the way over here. So, let's clean up here. Clean up all of that. Clean up all of that. Okay. So, what we have is, okay. Okay, so let's more cleanup. Okay, so we don't need this here. This here. We don't need a lot of this really awkward stuff going on here. So all of this, I believe, can just be cut. As well as this, this, and this, and this. Okay. Don't need that anymore, or that, or any of this. Okay. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Okay. 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 Um. Okay. Right. I do want to go up this way to... Do I have all the stuff on me right now? Okay. Okay, up we go. Okay. Okay. All right, all right. Okay. Ooh, not yet. Not yet. Okay. Sit here for a moment and see how stuff is doing. No red. Right. Hold on. Okay, no engines. We do have engines in the network, just everyone's busy. Okay. Okay. Um, let's see, what else? Ah, we got that set up now. What else do I need at the moment? I probably need the steel plate going, don't I? I should use foundries to make this. To make the steel plate and the copper. Okay. We already have a cargo landing pad. I don't think we're ever going to launch from here. Yeah, I'm not going to build new spaceships here, maybe. I might build this for repairs. Anything else that's really easy to make here? It's a good amount of stuff. I don't have the stuff to make that. Oh, I need something to make ammo. That's what I need. because I'm not making ammo anywhere at the moment. Okay, let's go over here and grab this stuff. Okay. Alright. Okay, so that's lab research speed. Excellent. Okay. Right about here. Yep. Right about there. Okay. Might not be the best spot, but it'll work. Okay. Okay. I might as well put that there. Alright, let's clean up some more. So the only other place I'm making green chips right now is here. Now what I could do is I could turn this around. How far back do I have to go to turn this all around? All the way to here? Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so we can actually do this. Okay, then we can go here. And all of that. Okay. 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 Okay, so that means I can get rid of this nightmare. Okay. 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 Okay, so we still have power over here. Okay, excellent. Okay. Okay, so this portion can go. Yes. Yes. This portion can go, and this portion can go. Okay, we don't need... Oh, we still need it for this. Well, I have a better idea for that. We need 1 stack of green. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. All right. Okay. If I remember correctly, that one tungsten patch is very far to the north. All right. more cleanup. Okay, so we can get rid of that. I don't have a drone network all the way out there, do I? No, I don't. This one's really close to my base. Okay. So right about here looks like a good spot. Okay. Oh, shit. No, why are you... You pesky. Okay. Let's just head back. Alright, it's consistent at least. Alright, let's head back. Into the network we go. Alright. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can probably cut all of this, so let's cut this here. Okay, so we'll cut all of that out. Okay. Um. Hmm. Don't. Hold on. You're potentially putting carbide into the system, so letting you make a bunch of forges will probably be fine. Yeah, let's uncap that. Okay. Get rid of that and that. Okay, let's see. We have a better spot to make that now. As well as that. Clear that out. We don't need you. Clear you out and that out. Okay. We don't actually need this stone to go all the way up this way, do we? No, we don't. It's probably getting in more than enough stone. Okay. So let's... Where is the stone? This stone is coming in from here. It's going here, and it's going out this way. We do not need that anymore. Okay. So I can clean that up. Get rid of that. And that. I don't think I want you to input priority because you're pulling it from this. Yeah. Okay, so this is going this way, which doesn't go anywhere anymore. Got it. Okay. Well, this is fully backed up. However, this one... Okay. So... Okay, so let's just... there's a bit... Oh, that's a medium one. That's a beefy little boy. Okay. Oh, there it is. Tungsten ore, 2.5 million. Okay. I don't need it for a while, but now I know where it is. Okay. Now. Oh yeah, where's the big miner drills? I'm making those somewhere as well, aren't I? Yeah. Here, let's uncap those as well. Quality affects the resource drain. Okay. This is just throwing steel into a box. Okay. This is just throwing plates into a box. These two are not doing anything. Oh, rods into a box, you can go away. Gears into a box, you can go away. You can go away. You can go away. Concrete into a box? Am I making concrete anywhere else? Concrete from molten iron, concrete itself. That's refined concrete. Okay, I'll leave this one up. But I can close that out. Engines in a box. Close those out. Electric engines, close those out. Circuits in a box, go away. Copper cable in a box, you can go. Oop. Okay, we do not need that anymore. Calcite in a box, I probably don't need that. Carbon, okay. Okay. Where are you going? You are going nowhere right now? Okay. So you can just make lubricant. You're making the foundries. Okay. We don't need to worry on productivity anymore. We can just switch you to straight speed. Electric engines. Okay, I probably need those in a box from over here. Okay. Connect. Okay. This is refined concrete. We'll leave that. A lot of this is just a mess. A mess. Steel. Okay, so we do have... Okay, so we have no steel in... I want this to be... Okay. Is that not... Alright, so that's going to back up eventually. That's 1 hour. Okay, hold on a second. Let's reevaluate this. 4,567. Let's just reprioritize that a little bit. We don't need to wait that long for it. Okay. Let's get rid of those. Steel, copper, gears are also coming from here, so... So plastic's being made up here to make this. Primarily the tank shells. Which we're not using tank shells at the moment, so I can cut those. Yes, tank shells. Yes, we can cut tank shells. Okay, and that means we don't need plastic up here. Okay. I don't think I care to filter that out at the moment. But we do need petroleum to make sulfur for explosives. Okay. So this still needs copper and gears and... Okay. Where else am I making gears? Casting right there. So I'm not making gears anywhere else. I do need to make that happen. Probably over here is probably a good spot. Feed it into here. Okay. How much are you producing? 26.4. Okay, that's a pretty good number. Okay. Okay. What's going on here? What are you missing? You're just missing the stuff you need to replace that. We'll probably remove all of those. Yeah. But we are producing a good amount of steel over here still. So probably want to feed in steel. So we want to do our casting over here probably to replace all this. Although we need that there for a moment. I might as well just do that. So you can actually set up casting here. We could figure out that. I'll figure that out later. Have you clear out. Since I do need more steel. Hold on. Where else is steel being cut from? Here. No, that's not it. Here. Okay. Okay, so I can easily send steel back. Yep, okay. $16.5. That might be good enough for now. Okay. I think I can cut. Now, if this is right, I can cut steel out of this now. So steel goes this way, goes up here. Okay. We can cut steel after this at least. Is there anywhere else steel is being pulled right now? Here? Nothing's there anymore. Excellent. We can ignore that. Same with that and that. And then it goes up, 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 around here, all the way to here. Excellent. So that is right here. Cut steel here. Okay. So we don't need this anymore, or this, or these. Oh, actually, wait, no. I do need that one still. That's going up to make my explosives. Explosives and my mines. Okay. We can cut this one here and this one here. Okay. 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 We'll worry about that in a moment. Ooh, I need that. I think I need to keep this portion. Yeah, that portion there. Just so I can make sure this ends up on the right side. And then stone. I need more stone production. I gotta toss something that's being used, hold on, into the pit. This one. Okay. So these are producing copper and iron. Just going that way and going all the way down there. Okay, so orange is lava. Blue is okay. Don't think no. Probably plates. Honestly, probably these plates. At the very end over here. Toss those in. Yeah. Okay. Only if green circuits equals 8. Okay. I think here we can do that. Let's make this prioritize the input from the right as well. Okay. Okay, so let's... Okay. Now hopefully that leads to more stone being made. I can also do a similar thing with the copper plates, because these aren't going anywhere either. Okay, so yeah, so it's only letting it through in bursts. Okay. That's good for me at least. So it is prioritizing all of this. This and then this. Although that does make me want to have that there. Okay, so alright. Let's Clean up over here a little bit more. So I do still need to split it down here and split it over here and all that fun jazz. Okay. Alright. Purple is pretty backed up now. Yep. We got nice bright colors backed up. Okay. Now what I could do is... Hold on. I think I will just because I have so much of it. We are going to cut this out. Oh, hold on. It's probably better if I call it from here. Okay, hold on. Just go over here for a moment. Okay. We're going to control C from here to here. All right. All right. Put in another 6 because it's fully backed up. In fact, there is another speed one here somewhere, isn't there? Yep. Grab that one. Yep, right here. Projectile damage would be nice. As well as stronger explosives. Okay. Well, let's move you up here. Okay, we'll see how that does. Okay. More cleaning. More cleaning. I think we can cut... How much copper does this use? $84 copper. Okay, that uses a lot of copper. A lot of copper. Okay. Wonder if it'd be worthwhile for me to cast the copper for this right on spot. It might be. How much is this producing? $36. 24. Okay. How much is this using? 28. $36. I could cast it and send the residuals back through. Maybe. But I do think what I want to do is this. Those red chips are very important for everything right now. It's fully backed up over here, but because I'm not using much back that way. Where am I using copper plates? Red research, okay. Here we go. Some ammo production. Okay. And here's some going down here for batteries. And then nothing else. Okay. Okay. What is this? Oh. I haven't looked over here in a while. Power is operating fine. Biggest deficit is, in fact, power. We have does this not produce enough? Zero neighbor bonus. Did I mess something up over here? It's lined up. What's the problem? What's the problem? Hmm. Hmm. No. That's heat output increases when built in. Next neighbor bonus is 100%. Why is there no neighbor bonus? Do they actively need fuel to get the neighbor bonus, or? I wonder. Well, this won't add another one until it's below 600. Oh, this should be okay. So, not sure about that. We have a severe lack of petroleum over here as well. That makes sense. Steel, yep. Pretty much everything there's a lack of everything. The only thing that I'm producing in surplus are some science, some logistics, some and then all the products. and this facility, I do want to set up a ship for... Okay, anyways. We're still waiting on that, which is waiting on steel, which is... Right, did I ever put steel? No, I didn't. The one thing I forgot to do. Okay, at the very end over here. Okay, well there's steel. There's automation 3. Okay. To make that, I would need... It's a good boost. But we are... Okay. Anyways. What is the next thing I'm gonna do? It's just having issues because I'm holding this stuff on. It keeps trying to fill me first. Okay. So first of all, let's just do this. In fact, do I want any of this stuff on me right now? No, no, not really. Yeah, go ahead and go there. You can take all that stuff right now. Okay. Hello, little worm. Oh, it's 58 million ore. Jesus. Make a massive processing plant there for that. A lot of lava here to work with. Nice flat spot. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me look over this. So I wanted to make foundries, big miners, orange science, specifically for export, green logistics for export, carbide, plate, carbide and plate, and calcite. Okay. Might be the best spot, so let's... Ooh, there's even more calcite up here. Yeah, so right around here might be the really good spot to set up. That's a medium. That's a good size there. Man, is it hard to, like, hold on, is there a path through here? That's important. Okay, so there's a path up around here, okay? Path through here. So it looks like there is enough of a path for me to hopefully get it through without resorting to this ugly business. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We got stuff on me at the moment, at least. To try this again. Yep, okay, let's go. Let's... They're eating it up fast. Huh. 125 science a minute, that's... Okay, so I built with 1.5 in mind, 1.5 per second in mind. This is slightly over 2 a second. Okay. Okay, so is up here. Right here. Okay. 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 A little further. A little further. Okay. Some stuff in some awkward spaces. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Okay. Medium demolisher. I definitely want... Okay. Those damage upgrades. So we have the projectile damage, we have speed, we have explosives. Okay, and then for good measure, I'm going to want... This is an infinite one. Okay. Physical projectile damage. Okay. Let's go with that for now. But they are big. Okay. Okay, so... Ooh, there's some good calcite out there as well. This is pretty indented, so I might want to put one here. Okay. a small amount, but might as well make use of it eventually. I could just set that up for export. I think it's from here. Oh, I think I'm out of explosives at the moment. I think this is the spot. Yep, this is the spot. Okay. 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 Now we got over here, and we'll let that scan out. Okay. Okay, so it's 4, almost 5 o'clock. I've been playing for about 2.5 hours. Let me get back to the base, and then, come on. I suppose I can wait for this research speed to be done as well. Let's see. So, we still gotta clean up a lot of stuff. We gotta clean up all this power taking up all my coal. Is this the only coal I've seen so far? Yes, okay. So I definitely need to clear this space around coal. Ooh, we can see some worms. That is a weird corridor there. We have plenty of calcite. And actually, oh, there's some sulfur here. Okay, so we've seen calcite. Calcite is everywhere. Yeah, calcite is everywhere. Those are the ore patches we've seen. Okay. Alright. So if you watched me this far, thank you for joining me on this session, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.